Hey yo, new chapter just dropped. Polipede works here. So, we got 1052 this week, and as you know, One Piece will be going on hiatus for the various film works because we got One Piece Film Red and we got the Netflix series coming out soon. So, yeah, Oda's going to be taking a break. Okay, so One Piece will be back on July 24th with 1054. So we got one more chapter until we go on hiatus with 1053. But now with 1052 opening, I do like Gaster Gassino is back. And I do like Reiju's little question mark bubble with her chest symbol as the period of the question mark. I think that's a very cool touch. So with this cover story, I'm thinking that since Gastino is showing up, Caesar Clown, and Reiju and the boys are related to Judge, who was a part of Mads, and we just had the defeat of Queen not too long ago. I think it might be fitting that maybe after this whole Wano arc is done, we get into the Mads arc. We talk about maybe meeting Vegapunk or seeing Vegapunk because Vegapunk was brought up in Wano and the whole concept of Mads was brought up in Wano, and we got another member of Mads in Wano and Queen. So it would be fitting if Mads were to be the next arc. At least that's what I think. Moving on from that, we get a little sort of winding down of all the citizens of Wano and the Scabbards recovering from this long battle that we went through. Ashura Doji and Izo are dead. Dead. Which, personally, that's sad, but I'm glad that this arc had stakes and people died. Another implied death is Hawkins, because we find out that the man he was predicting 1% chance of survival was actually him. So he's dead. We see him with Drake and he's talking about this. We knew Drake wasn't going to die because he's with swords, so he kind of has more plot relevance than Hawkins. It kind of sucks that out of all the super rookies, right, or supernova, which I recently found that was not a real term, that was a fan-made term. So for almost, 5 years I was living a lie. That sucks. Anyway, we find out that really, based on all what we see in this chapter moving forward, Hawkins had the least to do out of everybody, which is fascinating to me because we see Apu later with Envy. I think he's number one, the number one number, which I kind of figured that one of the guys was going to take a number to be on their crew. And Envy has the best design, if you ask me. Also kind of looks like a musician. So he fits Apu's whole theme, and Apu is the one who is responsible for leaking all the information of the events transpiring in Wano out to the world, and we see that during the conflict a few chapters ago. So winding back to the start, Izo, Ashura Doji, dead. Izo's being buried in Wano, which is fitting. The flower capital, we find out that Yamato has sort of taken up a personal pledge not eat. So she's fasting in order to secure her prayers of Zoro and Luffy's recovery. That happens, Yamato eats, small party ensues in the Shogun's palace in preparation for a bigger festival that presumably would be happening in 1053. So then we get a shot of some boiled eggs. Lots of boiled eggs this chapter. Yamato is joining the boys in the men's bath, and we get a shot of the women's bath. And yeah, it's a feast for the eyes. Curiously, I think what's very interesting about the bath in general, specifically the women's bath, is that you don't see Wanda, and in the men's bath you don't see Inagarashi. You don't see him. You see Carrot in the women's bath, which Carrot at Speed, or Horcella, which I don't know where that came from, but she's called Horcella now. This is now the second time Carrot is shown without Wanda. I don't know, guys. We'll have to see what happens later. And then, finally, this is the big thing. Remember when I said that I don't think we're going to hit the banquet just yet? and I said that I think somebody very dangerous is coming. Well, he's coming. Charging in. He's flying. He's touching down. I think Green Bull is going to be a monster. Green Bull is here. Green Bull is going to be a major threat. I think based on what we hear earlier in the chapter where Kinemon says that he can't really take any more heroes dying, I think Green Bull is going to take somebody. The Goro say still want to secure Robin and are concerned about the news of the Yonko being defeated. Though I think when that plot point boils down, it's going to be just Kaido. I don't think Big Mom's gone. I still don't think so. But getting back to Green Bull is going to murder somebody. Yes, he is. No, I think he's going to be the opposite of Fujitora, the opposite of Borsalino. I think he's going to be someone who presents himself like Kuzan, very laid back, very chill, but or I guess kind of like Borsalino too, very chill, very unassuming, and then he becomes cocky and just murks everybody. Well, he won't kill everyone. I'm not saying he's going to kill everyone, but he's going to kill someone important and specific. And I think whoever that person is, and I think it's got to be a main character. It's not going to be anybody from Wano. It may be someone who freshly arrived in Wano who may or may not have ties to Big Mom. But yeah, I don't think Green Bull is going to be this chilled, laid-back admiral who is the bee's knees about Luffy and his honor. And I do wonder, though, since the Gorosei, the Five Elders, if they know about Joy Boy, and the people of Wano somehow recognize Luffy as Joy Boy and are comparing him to Ryuma, which is a little odd, but okay. How is that going to be perceived by Green Bull? Is he the cool yet cocky type that doesn't care about the sort of intrinsic lore things and he just kind of body people? Or is he something different? Because he seems like a very chill yet cocky individual. That's why I think he's going to be kind of unassuming. And then he's just going to snap back and possibly murder someone immediately. We also see him on a flower, which implies some things that the community has been talking about for a minute. But as for now, that's it. I love Yamato. I think this winding down of events really highlights her specifically, and it highlights that she does have a very jovial personality. She's a bro with boiled eggs. She's one of the boys, and I think that's great. She's the biggest tomboy in the crew. That's what I personally wanted, and I know some other folk wanted it too. So I think that's very neat. I think that's very cool, and I can't wait for 1053. So thank you for watching.